In 1907, Alfred Herbert Rennie built a state-of-the-art flour mill in Hong Kong, powered by the world's newest transport technology. Everything said it should succeed. It didn't. Let's start with technology. What kind of world convinces a rational businessman to risk everything on a single industrial dream? By the early 1900s, the world was quietly transforming into something humanity had never seen before. Railroads stitched North America from coast to coast, turning vast wheat fields into extensions of global cities. Grain no longer moved slowly by wagon and river. It moved in steel rivers, flowing from prairie farms to giant elevators, then into ships bound for the Atlantic. At the same time, canals inside North America, especially those linking the Great Lakes to the Atlantic, crushed transportation costs so dramatically that bulk commodities like wheat could suddenly compete in markets thousands of miles away. Distance was no longer destiny. Distance was becoming logistics. Across the ocean, steamships erased the uncertainty of wind and weather. Trade was no longer seasonal luck. It became scheduled, predictable, almost mathematical. Then came the Suez Canal, slicing through geography itself. Europe and Asia were suddenly weeks closer. Liverpool became a beating heart of global grain distribution, feeding industrial cities in Europe and expanding markets across Asia. For the first time in history, a farmer in the Canadian prairies or American Midwest could unknowingly feed a worker in Bombay or Shanghai. The planet was beginning to behave like one connected economic machine. At the same moment, Asia itself was changing. Coastal cities were growing. Trade ports were expanding. A new urban consumer class was emerging. Rice remained the foundation of life, but wheat products began to signal modernity, urban living, and global connection. Bread, biscuits, and processed flour were no longer foreign novelties. They were becoming symbols of a new economic era. To industrial planners and investors, the future seemed obvious. If supply chains were ready and cities were growing, then demand would surely follow. Into this world stepped Alfred Herbert Rennie. From a strategic map view, everything aligned. New technology in industrial milling, new global supply chains moving wheat cheaply across oceans, new consumer markets emerging across Asia, and new territories like Hong Kong's Junk Bay positioned at the doorway between global trade and China's massive population. Building a massive state-of-the-art flour mill did not look reckless. It looked inevitable. It looked like the kind of decision smart industrialists were supposed to make in a world powered by steel, steam, and empire logistics. But history has a strange habit. Sometimes the world can be technologically ready, economically ready, and logistically ready, yet still not be culturally or commercially ready in the way investors expect. Rennie was not betting on a building. He was betting on a new global system, one where food, technology, and markets moved together across continents. The question was never whether the world was changing. The question was whether it was changing fast enough to reward the people who moved first. And that is the world that encouraged Rennie to take the risk. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. It helps us bring more hidden history like this to life.